Come on, this ain't like you, is it? Sulking in baby's room. Where's my happy girl?
It's a phase. It's just a phase. Everybody goes through it.
I envy you. You're good with the kids. They hate me.
Shut up. You're a great mum.
I think I need to, get out and do something with my life.
Yeah, great.
Can I have a ticket to Paris, please?
Is that one-way return?
One way.
Is this what you want? Is this what you care about?
I can't do this.
Let me go!
Welcome to What the Flick. I'm Matt, that's Alonzo, that's Christy. We are talking about The Escape, which stars
Gemma Arterton.
I always want to say Gemma Arterton. And who's going to tell us about it?
I will describe it.
Yes, you will describe it. But
first,
before she does, I'm going to tell you that there's a TYT app. Yeah, TYT Plus. If you go to tyt.com/app, that's APP, you can download the app and you can watch us on your mobile device. You can also watch the main show. You can watch Pop Trigger. All of the shows that are here on the network, you can watch on that app. So basically, you can have us in your pocket all the time. tyt.com/app. But if you need an escape, Christy will tell you about it.
Yes, although the movie, the title makes it sound like it's a happy, fun, joyful escape, it's kind of not. It's about a woman who is desperate to escape her life. Gemma Arterton, as Matt mentioned, stars as a woman named Tara, living in suburban London. She's married to Dominic Cooper, and she and her husband have 2 kids. One's about 6, one's maybe 3, and she's a stay-at-home mom, and she is in a rut, and every day is the same. It's wake up, it's make the kids breakfast, it's take them to school, it's go to the grocery store, it's do laundry, it's pick them up, it's make dinner. Her husband works a lot, he's gone a lot, and she's just not happy, and nothing she does makes her happy, and he can't make her happy. And she makes some choices to make herself happy. And I think any woman, any mom, just in time for Mother's Day, you have this very upbeat film. Between this and Tully, you're never going to want to procreate. But I do not relate to this. I do not. I've never wanted to flee my life, but I can see that there are moments where every mother feels this, where you just feel totally overwhelmed, and you do get stuck in a routine where every day feels the same. And this movie, written and directed by a man, Dominic Savage, really captures the monotony of that very vividly.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those movies where if you're looking at the dialogue, most of the conversations are fairly banal, fairly on the surface. It's all happening in Gemma Arterton's face.
Yeah, she's great in this.
She is registering so much anguish and pain at her life and just the drudgery of it and the repetition of it. And her husband is trying to be sympathetic, but he makes an attempt to be sensitive, but isn't good at conversation, isn't good at, he wants quick solutions to things. He's apparently terrible at sex and constantly, and her face just kind of tells you, I'm not enjoying this, but it's easier to just let this get this over and done with than try and put up a fight about it.
It's all about him, right?
It is all about him.
Yeah.
There's zero foreplay. In every way. He is very DJ Khaled. We'll just say that. So she is supremely unhappy, and the movie, what I think is fascinating is you have people all the time are dissatisfied with their career or certain aspects of their life that they can just upend and change. But if you're a parent, that's you're kind of stuck. And so then
Tell
what
me
happens?
about it.
Yeah, that's not me, but I thought this movie was very compassionate toward her and understanding, and it doesn't present this as this sort of whim. You can see the sort of the grind and the toll this has taken on her and how she's just not happy.
Well, she needs to talk to somebody who will actually take the time to listen, because she even goes to her mom, and her mom says, it's a phase, right? Her mom has been a mom herself, clearly, and she goes, this is a phase, you'll get over it. There's no sympathy. She needs to see somebody who can actually help her.
Yeah,
she's depressed.
Her mother was a single mom, and so she's like, what are you complaining about? You got a husband who's making money, you've got 2 cars, you've got a house, everything's great. And she's like, yeah, you're right. There's not a single, until the very end of the film, there's not anybody who will actually have a conversation with her on a real level and empathize with what she's going through.
Yeah, this movie takes a little while to get started, and then there's that first moment where she kind of snaps at the kids, and it's like, oh, okay, right? Because she seems just you almost wonder, is she you start to think like, well, maybe it's depression and maybe she needs to see somebody and get some meds or something. And you see her struggling to go through, and then she just snaps and really loses it on the kids. And it's more so than just like you would expect, like somebody snap, like, oh my God, kids, quiet the down, right? It's worse than that.
Yeah.
And that was very truthful in that moment.
And it was very truthful,
I related
right?
to that.
And there's that scene before where she's like, I don't care if they finish their dinner. I don't care if they go to school. I don't care anymore.
So, and you see as the movie goes on, you feel more and more despair from her, right? Like you get why she feels trapped. And I will say, I think Dominic Cooper is a little bit miscast in this because I feel like he's playing this character that is right on the edge of oafish almost. Like he's brutish. He's brutish, and you see him. He's trying. He seems to be trying the best he can, and I just don't feel like Cooper sells it all that well. And maybe it's just the baggage of seeing him in other roles.
Like Mamma Mia. Like you want him to burst into song, right?
Maybe.
And even that won't make her happy. Even all the songs.
But she's terrific, and you see, like. She has these moments early on, like she gets into the tapestries, and you see like maybe I want to do this, and she, for all of that she's stuck, like she's trying to fix it herself, and even then the things around her conspire to keep that from happening, and even when she goes to Paris, like that doesn't exactly work out the way it seems like it's going to for her.
Yeah.
And then they stick the landing on the ending. Like I think it was great.
I like the ending. I do think that the third act kind of peters out a bit. Like once she's sort of made up her mind about things and it doesn't go places that are as interesting, but her performance is riveting throughout.
I know. I think it picks up as it goes along.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's in a stupor. And then when she gets on the train, like all of a sudden it's a whole different kind of movie and there's such tension and there are such stakes. I feel like it gets better as it goes along. As far as Dominic Cooper goes, I bought him because when I see him, I think of him as like a dangerous kind of subversive force. Like he's kind of roguishly handsome and I feel like he uses that here to seduce her in the most primal ways without actually catering to what she needs. And so he's never gonna be right for her, he's never gonna be good for her, he's never going to make her happy. So that source of like, he's not a safe harbor for her.
Yeah,
and that made sense to me.
He's the hot guy you marry and then later find out is kind of a shallow jerk.
Yeah, okay, I'll buy that. Yeah, I mean, what I liked is there's, early on kind of, there's that moment where she goes into London and she comes back and you see like, oh, there's a little bit of hope there with her, right? Like
she's reinvigorated.
They're reinvigorated and she starts to talk about like, hey, I want to do this. I think I might have found a solution. And he basically just like.
He pats her on the head verbally. Like, oh, that's nice.
Right, between him and her mother, they're like, meh. And so.
Who's gonna watch the kids?
Right, and you see why she goes to the extremes she does. And to me, like the moral of this story is, look, when someone near you is saying that they're having a rough time, listen to them.
Yeah. No one pays attention to her, and no, it is a very subtle movie, and it's very immersive in this world. And then, wow, I'm just gonna say wow. That's all I'm gonna say.
And I think the end is in line with that.
All right, so our numbers are what? I'm saying 8.
7.5. I'm not as into the last part of the film, although I do like the ending as much as y'all do. But worth seeing for Arterton.
I know you love her.
I am a big fan.
Yes.
She is absolutely amazing in this. I'm just blown away. 8.5 for this one.
So we're saying
really like this movie.
8 is our average. Is at 91% on the tomato meter. So I think it's New York and LA.
Yeah,
the
excellent double feature for Mother's Day is this and Tully.
And then go see Breaking In to go see a good mom who will fight for her kids. Bye.